And we're a little bit on the go, but we wanted to take a minute to talk to Professor Feathers about the mixing process, because that's where we're at now with the album. So, Feathers, tell us about mixing.
Well, we're basically taking all the tracks that we recorded and we're doing a little bit of kind of cleaning up stuff and looking at stuff and figuring out what's working and what needs to be tweaked a little bit, and it's really just balancing all the levels together and, adding a little reverb here or something. And I generally go through about 4 rounds of mixes. So I'll do 1 round and we'll listen to them and sleep on them for a couple days, and then a week later I'll fire up the console again and do another round, and generally by about round number 4 we've got something that really sounds good everywhere we play it. And
so you have to consider, some people are going to listen on the stereo and some are listening on their iPods, and
right, and also, what do you want the general kind of relationship between the vocal and the band to be? Do you want it to be very, very vocal heavy? Do you want it to sound like you're all sort of together in the same room? Do you want there's a lot of different things, and different things work for different songs.
right.
But yeah, generally I mix to a 70s boombox that I bought off of eBay. It's about this big, and it's got these little tweaky speakers in it. And I do
tweaky speakers.
Tweaky
I think
speakers,
that's a technical.
And I have it adjusted how we would adjust a boombox in the 70s. It's, all the bass is all the way up, but there's hardly any bass, and then the treble's all the way up, but there's hardly any treble, and then the mid-range is all the way down because it's all mid-range.
Okay.
And so I'll mix to that and listen to it on that, and that's generally the best way to get your levels of different instruments.
Okay.
If you can hear the bass and you can hear the drums and you can hear the guitars and you can understand the words, you're pretty close to a final mix. And then you transfer it to different sets of speakers and start to listen to the nuances of how instruments interact and where they feel like they sit in the stereo field and how far away are they, and
Right. I feel like we should maybe throw in some of the rough mixes and listen to them here in the car. What do you think?
Do you have
Where the speakers are.
Yeah, just hold that camera on the CD player. It'll be really interesting.
I never
Actually,
said
no.
I was a filmmaker.
No,
There's the wood floor where you would dance around the room, thinking every song every singer sang a song for you. On the stereo.
this car has a good stereo.
It does. What kind of car is this?
Well, it's
I don't know,
kind of
Mazda, I
dusty
think.
now. Every time you go to turn it on, you turn around. You're in an empty house. You're feeling old.
That's some driving music.
I don't want to see the gypsy look into her crystal ball in her shop out on the boardwalk, where she probably tells them all, you will meet a handsome stranger. It will be a lightning bolt from above. I don't need another jolt, dear. Just tell me this is love. I don't want to see your mama with a twinkle in her eye, 'cause she's dreaming about her future. If she's dreaming about a lie.
How did that happen?
So that was a mixing trick.
Okay.
I took your. This is a secret. No, you shouldn't tell anybody this.
Okay.
Should we not tell them? You can always
No.
edit it out.
That's why we pay him the big bucks,
That's
folks.
why I get the big bucks.
Thanks for tuning in, and thanks again, everybody, for all
Yeah.
your support. It's just really incredible to make an album and
And thanks
know
for joining
that you.
us
Yeah, and thanks
on
for
our
joining
tour
us.
of eastern burbs of Cleveland.
Yeah, lovely verbs of Cleveland, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.